2013, Paper 2, Question 3. So taking the table from the formula booklet, we're working with a histogram. So the thing to remember here is that the frequency, the number of workers, is actually area. And our groupings, this will actually be 2.5 to 10.5, 10.5 to 20.5, 20.5 to 25.5, and 25.5 to 40.5. So we need the widths. So that's a width of 8, 10, 5, and 15. So we have a frequency density of 2.9. That means the number of workers will be 2.9 times 10, 29. And we don't know enough about the third group here, so if I go down to the last grouping, we will have 1.8 times 15, which gives us 27 workers. Now altogether I have 16 plus 29 plus 27, which is 72, and I'm told in the question that there are 100 workers, so I know this has to be 28. That means to get the frequency density, it will be 28 divided by 5, which gives a frequency density of 5.6. If I count across all of my widths, I need a total width of 38. Well, I'm going to multiply that by 2, and I'm going to use 76 little squares. So if I start here at 2.5 and go 16 squares across, then I can mark on 10.5. Next one I want is my width of 10, so that's 20 little squares, and I can mark on 20.5. I then need a width of 5, well that's 10 little squares, so I can mark on 25.5, and then finally I need a width of 30, which takes me to here. And that's my 40.5. You'll see later in the mark scheme that say I've used a different horizontal scale. So long as your scale is consistent and legible for the marker, then you have to get the mark. So I'm going to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now please bear in mind I've no straight line tool on this app. When you're drawing this graph in the exam, you must use a ruler and a pencil. So 2.5 to 10.5 I want at height 2. 10.5 to 20.5 I want at height 2.9. 20.5 to 25.5 we want at height 5.6. As you can see, straight lines are proving difficult. And then finally we want 1.8 for the final line across, and that takes us to here. Please use a ruler for this in the exam. You can see here that Sia have used a different scale to me, and so long as you use a clearly visible scale, then you have to get the marks.